gentlemen, there's been a chain of events. First off, right at the very, very top, I uploaded my correct tier list. Then, MrTLexify, the one and only, reacted to that, said my tier list was trash, said it was bad, said it was horrible, and then proceeded to upload this abomination of a video right after that in slot number 3. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today we are watching and reacting to MrTLexify's tier list. Now, he basically found the exact tier list that I did, and he is making his own one version over it with every single zombie map ever created. I cannot wait to literally tear this man a new one because dude, oh, Lex likes some bad zombie maps. Oh, he likes some bad zombie maps. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. I just want to say, before we even start, Lord save us all.
And honestly,
Lord save us all.
I mean, come on. Everything is all over the place. You have Firebase Z, like Darkest Shore, Dead of the Night. Yeah, it's abysmal. It's abysmal.
And
so, chat, you know what I actually did? I figured out how to get to NoahJAFK456's tier list, and I'm doing my tier list on his.
I
can't wait. And in this my favorite section, this is basically just my
moving your camera around.
Let's start off with that. Y'all know that my top zombies map is GK. It's GK. It's still Garage Trophy. Don't even get upset.
What? He's just creating a new category called My Favorites and is just saying, oh, I just have to have no criteria or objective thinking whatsoever. I'm just going to throw it in the my favorites category. Bro,
it is by far the greatest zombies map in terms of what I love about zombies. So chat, let's get into the criteria of this list because NoahJ didn't do that. So when we're ranking these maps, I think there's about 3 or 4 categories that we have. We have gameplay, absolutely. We have Easter egg, number 2. We have how iconic is the map, so iconicism, and
dog, what is that? What does iconicism have to do with anything? That's not a thing to talk about or do. Iconicism? Really, Lex? Oh my god.
Replayability, so like let's say it has a good map layout, whatever, that would kind of fall under replayability. So those are our 4 criteria. And that is why, to me, GK, chat, there's a reason I play 20.
I mean, the rest of them make sense. That's like obviously what you do in terms of the map. Oh, I'm
plus hours of GK in like the first 2 days, man. It's because I can't get to goddamn round 100 on this goddamn map, man. So, boys, it's got a great layout. The replayability, well, you saw it firsthand with me. It's got a great map layout, an incredible Easter egg that doesn't make you look up Mr. Ryle's Ruffle Waffles Canorium, but it actually does just for 1 step. So that's the only bad part. But the wonder weapons,
this is
pretty cool. And I only have one more other favorite. This is Call of the Dead. It's Call of the Dead, and the sole reason why is Call of the Dead is a fantastic map. Also, Garage Trophy has an incredible boss, probably the best boss fight on DLC, chat, right? The best boss fight on DLC, GK? I think so. Call of the Dead, to me, is like iconic map layout, iconic map scenery. It's not NoahJ456 lackluster. If you put it lackluster, you've never played BO1. NoahJ456, man. Get him out of here. B tier, okay, I would accept this. But for me personally, it's one of the best maps of all time. I wish certain wonder weapons were buffed. There is a version that certain weapons are buffed, and I'm going to stream that for you guys. Chat, would you love me to go for a regular...
This effing dude, I got on a Discord call with him. I sat there on a Discord call, and he proceeded to explain to me that Call of the Dead was the greatest map of all time whenever you did the mod for it. That made the wonder weapons better. Dog, you literally can't say, oh, this map is the greatest map of all time whenever you put mods on it. It's actually the greatest map, you know. But other than that, it's the greatest map. You can't dynamically change parts of the map in order to fit your agenda. Oh god, it makes me so upset.
Call of the Dead, round 100. I think that would be fire. But man, I love this
with
Easter egg. So much fun. One of the first Easter eggs.
I'm gonna lose it.
It's got a great boss. George Romero keeps you from camping, keeps you on your toes, gives you the Wonder Waff. How could you say it's bad? I don't think so. Now, chat, let's also get this out of the way. The worst map, we all know, it's the Torture Path. The Torture Path is terrible. I mean, Torture Path was the 3rd DLC of World War II Zombies, chat. The Torture Path is by far the worst zombie experience that you also have to pay for. You have to pay for the Torture Path.
That's
chat,
fair.
One in the chat if you paid for Torture Path. Goodbye to that $15. You're never seeing that shit again. And you know what? I think I lost $15 on Torture Path too, so we're all tortured at the end of the day. The real Torture Path was trying to refund our purchase of this map. But the reason why it was bad, again, it doesn't hit any of the criteria that I love. Literally no replayability. It has a bad Easter egg. A lot of the map was just scrapped and scraped together. I'm gonna do this to you guys. I'm gonna do this to you guys. Let's do it here. I'm gonna choose Revelations. Let's go a little bit out of the pack here.
Okay. I mean, that's I have nothing to say. He hit the nail in the head. Torture's Path.
Chat, I know I kind of screwed up on my list with Noah, and I was kind of making fun of Revelations. But I think it's a B tier. Are we okay with a B tier? I think it's a B tier. I don't think it's great. I think there was so much more expectations for Revelations on launch. And like, I know a lot of people were disappointed. Only 2 new rooms. Remember, only 2 new rooms. The Spawn room and the Pack Punch room. So, I'm gonna put it at B. I think it's a respectable pick. Like, I think you're fine putting it at A to C. Like, it was still a cool map.
This dude roasted. Like, he's dude. Man, I literally, next time I see Lex, I'm literally gonna throw down with this dude. He literally is just going, hey, you know, for my video, I'm gonna roast the absolute bejesus out of Revelations, and then you know what? Whenever it's time for me to actually rank it, oh, actually, it's not that bad, bro. Stand on something, Lex. Even if you're wrong, stand on something.
And we all wanted it at the time, to be fair. We were all like, dude, we want a map that's combined. The Easter egg's pretty fun once you know how to do it. The map layout's great, honestly. High rounds is fun, replayable. I come back to it, but chat, I would say that I come back to it probably the least out of BL3, maybe apart from Zetsubo. Let's put all the S tier maps in, okay? And there's an argument that I wanted to make here. Let's put in all the S tier maps. I'm gonna explain why I'm putting all of these in S tier.
Okay.
These 4 maps, I feel like, are like the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse to Call of Duty Zombies.
They
are all incredible maps.
I mean, we're all gonna agree here.
All interchangeable. So like, one day I might just be like, oh, you know, I actually really like Shadows over everything. And you know, Treyarch did give the most love out of all 4 of these maps to Shadows of Evil. And I would say absolutely. It's a great wonder weapon. It's got the swords for every player. It's got the Apocalypse Servant. I wish the upgrade was on it.
I don't know if I'd agree with Treyarch gave the most love to Shadows of Evil. I think Origins takes that cake because of how intricate and complex the map is. But that doesn't necessarily make it a better map. So I
possibly one of the most beautiful maps ever, right? But then it's like, well, I love Origins for Easter egg speedrunning, and it's got some great intricate tricks. People are still trying. What am I listening to? What the? Is like someone shitting in the background? What's going on? Shitting in the background.
Okay, let's.
Origins started it. Origins started it all, dude. It was one of the greatest, I think, chat, possibly one of the greatest one-down maps ever. But then it's like, well, Mob the Dead is great too. They went to Alcatraz, they studied it. It's got a great map layout. It's got possibly one of the greatest stories in all Call of Duty Zombies. Super replayable, fun Easter egg, not hard, super beginner friendly, which is why I play Mob the Dead with a lot of people, because it's like the best bang for your buck map. But then it's like, well, DeRisedrak, you know? DeRisedrak's got an incredible boss fight. It's got great wonder weapons. It was so popular. It was like almost a refined version of Origins and let's say like Shadows of Evil. You know? So these 4 maps, chat, are truly interchangeable. They belong in S, but in any order. Like, it's all preference. But for chat, I'm gonna put it in this particular order. So Garage Trophy is my number 1. Call of the Dead is my number 2. Origins will be my number 3. Then Mob of the Dead my number 4. And then Shadows I will leave here and DE as my number 5. Respectable chat, I think a lot of the community is gonna hate me because again, these maps come from non-Treyarch games. But chat, these maps are also S tier. These maps, these 3. Spaceland,
tier?
9, and Ancient Evil. All S tier. They're all S tier.
Dude, Lex, so it looks like what Lex is gonna be trying to do here. He's trying to push the narrative that, you know, everybody knows that those are the top 4 maps, but he is going to put on the same row of near perfect Zombies in Spaceland, 9 and Ancient Evil. Dog, I can't fathom a world where these are on the same level. You know what I mean? Like, I understand they're good, but those are great maps. These are great maps, and I literally put them there on my tier list. But to put them on the same line, there's no shot.
So, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this.
Absolutely no shot.
But for these 3, I would say that to me personally, this is a locked-in order. Spaceland is by far, to me, better than all of BL4. Spaceland, I don't know what it was about it, but Spaceland was like a home run map. It was
but to put it like if this on was in near BL3, perfect,
it could possibly be up here, right? Spaceland had like, dude, they literally made a theme park at COD XP basically for the Z House to go and play Spaceland. It was crazy. Possibly one of the greatest zombie map layouts ever. The rides are fun. The traps are fun. The wonder weapon.
Where is that in the criteria, Lex? Is that under iconicism, or is that just under, you know, I just say whatever the F I want to, and, you know, it integrates my opinion into it. I'm going to lose it.
The boss fight is fun.
I'm going to lose it.
Everything is fun. It's a near perfect map. It is by far the best zombies map on IW Zombies. And it's too bad
you're right.
Ever really got close to Spaceland. So
but to put it that high...
Now, chat, let's talk about this. BL4. The 2 best maps on BL4, in my opinion, are 9 and Ancient Evil. And I know the common debate is 9 better than Ancient Evil, or is Ancient Evil better than 9?
9 is better.
To me, 9 is the best map. It is the better map solely because to me the boss fight was more exciting. Even though Ancient Evil's boss was really cool. The Pegasus was really cool. Ancient Evil did a crazy thing with the story and actually made people care about Chaos, but then F for Chaos because that shit's not coming back.
Dude,
it's not coming back.
I also kind of want to die on this hill real quick that people started liking Chaos, and like, I'm talking about the general public. I'm not talking about the people who liked Chaos before. I'm talking about the general public, or the people who say that they wanted Chaos to come back.
So chat.
Literally, they only said that because they knew Chaos was ending. I'm convinced that people only said that they missed Chaos and they want Chaos to come back because they knew it was over. I think if it was continuing, like, it was the best story for Chaos, sure. But people did, dude, I think if it wasn't confirmed that it was going to be the last Chaos map, F's in the chat,
either
boys.
way, you can interchange.
100%.
For me, 9 is better just because of the layout.
100%.
I think Easter egg is more fun. I think the BL4 perk system works way more on 9 than it does on Ancient Evil. I agree. But, chat, these, I think, are all my S tier maps. I really think so. Chat, let's make a poll. Is 9 better or is Ancient Evil better? I think Ancient Evil potentially has the better weather weapons, but I think 9 has the better Easter egg and is more fun. I like the boss fight more. It's way more exciting to me. So yeah. Another painful map. Infection. Garbage. The fact that NoahJAFK put Infection in D tier is absolutely disgusting. The reason why this map is so bad is because by round 30, the whole map locks up 3 out of the 4 rooms, and you can only play in a sewer. That is the worst mechanic ever introduced into any zombies map ever. Like, granted, the only reason I put it above Torture Path is it's a playable zombies map, number one, and high rounds are actually not too bad to get on Infection. But other than that, the Exo Zombies movement, the map layout, the replayability, the Easter egg, you're literally making a hamburger. NoahJAFK, how did it get to D? How did it get to D? You're making a hamburger in this Easter egg. How did it get to D? I can't believe this.
I guarantee you, Lex, we're talking about iconicism here. I guarantee you, Lex, watching this video, literally could name more steps of the Infection Easter egg than Zombies in Spaceland. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. You know why? Because it was a good map that people enjoyed, and he literally just said, he contradicted himself in the same sentence, saying high rounds are good on the map, right after you talked about how past round 30 it's unplayable. Tell me how that makes sense. Tell me how that makes sense. I agree, I don't think it was a great mechanic, but at the same time, you're contradicting yourself. So, again, you're talking about these criterias and these things that don't matter, and then the things that do matter, you're contradicting yourself on. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like,
straight foul. And the wonder weapon is bad. Chat, one in the chat if you remember the Magnetron. The Magnetron. Holy shit. I'm plugging my nose saying that. That's absolutely
he remembered it, though.
Disgusting. So bad. So bad.
I mean, that's fair. I didn't put it that high. Okay.
Like, if a map goes in my F, I never want to play it ever again. And that is what I'm trying to say. And another map I never want to play again is Beast from Beyond. F. Possibly one of the worst zombies maps ever. Terrible map. It introduced one of the greatest bosses ever in all of Call of Duty Zombies.
Mephistopheles.
That is Beast from Beyond's only saving grace. Really.
And
Extinction?
I personally don't even count Mephistopheles as Beast from Beyond. I count it as something completely different. Seriously, something completely different. I think Beast from Beyond is its own map, and then that's like the super Easter egg in my mind. I think it's dumb that you used to have to beat Beast from Beyond to fight him, but yeah, I don't even think it counts.
And you're in a space. Terrible map. Easter egg is bad. Wonder weapon is from Extinction. Are there even zombies on this map? I can't even remember. Terrible map. Terrible map. Movement to E for Mephistopheles. The reason why I don't is simply because we're talking maps, right? If I was talking about the boss fight mode, oh, bro, I put that in like A. But nah, it's bad. It's bad. Like, Mephistopheles doesn't even feel like it's part of Beast from Beyond, and that is why it is god awful.
Yeah.
Worst IW map for sure.
Yeah.
Another painful map, chat. I don't care. Blood. Blood of the Dead is by far one of the worst zombies maps ever created, and that is solely because of Mob of the Dead. Chat, I never want to go back to Blood ever again. Again, it's kind of like Infection, where high rounds are really good on it. Easily, Blood of the Dead, easily the worst Easter egg ever created. By far. By far. Easily one of the worst Easter eggs. The Easter egg cutscene is great. The story is great. But chat, again, like, I know a lot of people saying I'm being too harsh with Blood, right? And like, maybe you would put it in here. Or maybe you would even put it in average, right? But the reason why it sucks so much to me is because Mob of the Dead exists. Another F, chat, and honestly,
I think that's, I mean, okay. This part, I disagree, but I'm not going to say it's dumb or a bad opinion. I'm not going to say that simply because he's comparing it to Mob of the Dead. And if I was comparing it, yeah, I'd say it was an F tier map compared to Mob of the Dead. But with that being said, I didn't compare, Blood of the Dead, just because it shares part of a map layout and some lore with Mob of the Dead, in my opinion, wasn't enough to put it in the same category. I thought that, you know, you can't compare them to each other, compare them individually. But
would play this over Blood of the Dead is Bus Depot. Bus Depot is F. I think the reason with Bus Depot that makes it bad,
I mean,
it's literally a map that's
he's putting a lot of stuff into F tier. That's the first thing I want to say. A lot of stuff is going into F tier here, which I don't think deserves to be in F tier.
How is that even possible? But Bus Depot makes it possible. You have lava zombies. Have you ever gotten past round 20 on Bus Depot? No, you have not. Can't believe Noah put Bus Depot above Far. That's what I'm saying. He has literally no idea what he's talking about. Like, Bus Depot past round 1 is boring. Like, I don't ever want to replay it. I don't ever want to, like, chat, isn't there like a statistic on Bus Depot that you have a 1% chance of getting a Ray Gun Mark II? What the fuck are you doing? Why would people even try? Like, on co-op, this is about the only amount of fun I can see from this map. Let's rate Dead of the Night here. I think NoahJAFK456 did this map a disservice, chat.
Oh, here we go. First of all, Bus Depot Farm, honestly, they're so boring that they're so forgettable and boring that I think maybe I did put, apparently I put Bus Depot above Farm. I would literally group them with each other and put them on top of each other. They're that bad. Doesn't matter. I don't care about the difference.
NoahJAFK456 did this map a disservice, and here, let me tell you why. I think Dead of the Night is not painful. I don't think it's even bad. I don't think it's lackluster. I don't even think it's average, chat. I think Dead of the Night is like at the bottom of good. That's where I think Dead of the Night belongs. Easily, chat, one of the most beautiful zombies maps. Unfortunately, the BO4 system fucks it. That's the problem. The Easter egg, once you get to know it, is fun. Yes, this map is way more co-op than it is solo. Loud Ones at 3 a.m. chat. Like, literally, this map is what created that video. Honestly, it's the truth. It's a good map.
Because
unfortunately, the launch of this map got absolutely fucked. Like, chat, if we were rating this list on launches of zombies maps, it would be here. It would be double F. It had the worst launch ever. Like, of any zombies map. Ever. Period. Like, actually even worse than Torture Path. So, that's the problem. Dead of the Night got fucked by a terrible launch. The characters, I do have to say, they kind of suck. And I heard that basically the problem with Dead of the Night was it could have been released for BO4 launch if things were prepared earlier with the map. But again, launch was a straight triple F tier. But in terms of the map layout and its co-op and the Easter eggs, it's the here it is, Frozen Dawn, painful.
Dude, you? Oh, now I'm pissed. Oh, bro. Oh, now you've got me actually pissed. You cannot, in any universe, put Dead of the Night into a good tier map. You are so blinded by nostalgia or like memories. Like, yeah, I agree. A lot of ones at 3 a.m. playing Dead of the Night was a iconic video. But you know what? That was because we were playing it and because of how bad of the map was. If that was a good map, you don't have that video. You know why? Because we played tons of good maps together and they've never been as iconic as Dead of the Night. You know why Dead of the Night's all the way up there for you? Because the map was so bad that you are blinded by your experiences on it rather than the map itself. Blinded. You are blind. And I do not trust your tier list if you put Dead of the Night into a B tier map. Truly. Like, this is the most heinous crime that has ever been committed on this video so far.
Chat, one in the chat if you remember Frozen Dawn. Frozen Dawn is awful. It is, like, I've probably played this map 3 times. Tried to attempt the map. Like, chat, you remember my sleep stream on the launch of the map? I was literally #1 on World War II Zombie section, fucking sleeping in the front of the menu of this DLC. It's a not good map. NoahJ literally left this map to play Fortnite. Do I need to say much more? I don't think I need to say much more after that. Like, granted, I would play Frozen Dawn over Bus, over Blood of the Dead, over Beast, over Infection. Yes, I would play it over all these. But again, my F tier is maps that I just will never play again. I will never fucking play any of these maps again. I don't like them. Frozen Dawn, again, the Wonder Weapons I guess were kind of cool, but at this point in the story, the Easter egg in the story was so bad. Like, it just fell through. The map layout I don't think was that great. The map was kind of complicated. Chat, out of 10, what would you rate Frozen Dawn? Honestly, I would probably give it like a 1. It was pretty foul. The last map that goes in F tier has to be Voyage of Despair. It is at the top of painful. Yes, I would play it over all these maps. Voyage is awful. It is truly the worst map on BO4, next to Blood of the Dead. I think Blood of the Dead is worse, but Voyage is bad. Voyage is just, the reason what makes it so bad is it's just so much missed potential to me. Terrible Easter egg.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize missed potential was now one of the criterias. Apparently, we're just like we're just, you know, we got a little pot and we're just cooking up new criterias. You know, a little missed potential in there, a little bit of content experiences and videos that did really well. You know, we're just mixing up the pot at any point in time with brand new things. Lex, apparently, you're gonna put Dead of the Night at B tier and Voyage F tier because it's missed potential?
Motion felt in the map. You basically, Treyarch said, why don't we just go on Titanic and time stop everything so nothing really matters, making the whole point of us being on the Titanic fucking useless. Just shooting planets. The map is way too fucking confusing. Like I said in my last video, go left, go right. It doesn't matter because you're gonna end up in fucking Japan. You don't know where you're ever going on this map. High rounds are terrible. The bosses on this map are terrible. Chat, where is Zoo? Zoo is up here, but just think of it in spirit. Did I ever tell you a story that I remember going to play BO4 early, right? And I remember I was sitting, and I think I was playing next to like JC or Blundell or something. And when I picked up the Kraken chat, I didn't even realize it was the Wonder Weapon. I was like, dude, what is this? Like, I thought it was so bad. And Blundell must have been looking behind me in fucking tears. Because I know that this was the map that he worked on. They spent way too much time trying to make it photorealistic accurate and adding way too many ridiculous Easter eggs that no one will ever remember. And it just fell through. Let's get into the bad maps now.
I can't, dude, I'm just comparing everything he's saying right now to Dead of the Night, and I can't. I can't.
Bad.
I can't.
The only reason I put it in bad is, like, I actually kind of like the boss fight of this map. It's not too bad. But chat, gray is the worst color in Call of Duty. It's the reason why I don't like watching shit like Modern Warfare 2019. Because you're right, it's just fucking gray. You can't fucking see. And chat, they like up the fog on this map. The Easter egg is not bad. The Wonder Weapon, the Ripsaw, pretty cool. It's a bad map though. Like, there's very few gratifying features on this map. It was the DLC one of the final fight, which is an awesome map.
This is nitpicking. It's like we both have Darkest Shore down there.
The fact that NoahJ456 put this shit above Raven the Redwoods, where you can actually see and it's bright colors, foul. Another map in bad. Chat, let's talk about it. Attack of the Radioactive Thing.
Again. Here, let me just, every single time Lex adds some new criteria, I'm just gonna add it to the pot. Colors. Apparently that's a criteria for a map now.
You can see more in Attack of the Radioactive Thing than in the Darkest Shore, but also, the Torture Path, Attack of the Radioactive Thing, and Dead of the Night had some of the worst marketing ever in Call of Duty Zombies. Granted, the Easter egg is really good in this map. It's long, it's convoluted, it's interesting. The map idea is cool. It just doesn't connect for me. It doesn't connect. The boss is actually pretty awesome. I will say that. The Krogzilla. It's great on Director's Cut. Yeah, on Director's Cut, I might even put it at like the bottom of average. But in general, it's a bad map. It's a bad map. There's very few redeeming things. Also, like, the texture quality in some areas of this is
too harsh.
Math. What the fuck am I whipping a long multiplication and division in Call of Duty Zombies for? This one
that's too harsh.
But boys, need I say more? Need I say more?
I'm sorry. I didn't realize that
Transit is bad. Transit is bad. Can we just get a drink in the chat? Transit, like I said in the NoahJ456 reaction video. If Transit is anywhere in S or your favorites, you're a criminal. You are a felon.
True. I mean,
and
true.
Map, like, yes, I would play Transit over all of these maps. I would. Honestly, I would. I would play Transit over literally all of these maps. I would. I actually would. I would, and that's the thing that I'm trying to make my list according to. I would play Infection over the Torture Path. This one over this one. This one over this one. You know. But Transit, it is crazy, chat. That like only 10 years ago, right? This was the worst zombies map. No, not even 10 years.
I need a minute. Hold on. So, for someone who, you know, like, says that it's so important to have those content experiences, which is why Dead of the Night is a good map, that person really, I mean, aside from this video of why they hate Transit, again, 6 years ago, since that 6 years ago video, that person sure does play Transit Round 100, Transit Solo Easter Egg, Transit, Black Ops 2 Zombies in 2019, Transit in 2020. Dude, for somebody who apparently, Transit Remastered, for somebody who apparently hates Transit so much, you really play a lot of Transit.
Almost 10 years, like 9 years ago.
Drop the mic.
Chat, you remember when Transit was the worst zombies map? Look at all the maps I added afterwards. They all came after Transit. Bust People over Blood? Yeah, I would literally play Bust People over Blood then. It's the truth. So true. Transit, terrible map. We all know why. Awful. Caca. Pee-pee. Poo-poo. Chat, if Cold War brings it back, I would love to rank a remaster. And chat, I would love to see a new remastered Transit in B. That would be fucking incredible. We all know why Transit's bad. Need I say more? I'm not even gonna say anything. After Transit, chat, guys, what do you guys think about this? This may be a controversial pick to y'all. But let me know what you guys think of this. Farm is above Transit. Farm is above Transit for me. What do you guys think? I would play Farm over Transit, but I still think it's bad. I still think it's bad. The reason why I like Farm over Transit, number one, is when I play Transit, I'm not playing for a good time, right? I'm only playing for co-op. Granted, yes, they're both terrible maps, but to me personally, I would play Farm over Transit because I can load up Farm, I can have fun, I can grab perks, I can, you know, just go around the map. It's actually, Farm is, chat, have y'all ever played 8-player Farm? It's fucking fun. I like Farm on like a high co-op time. That is actually, like, Grief on Farm.
Man, Lex really likes judging maps based on their kind of glitch and mod potential. It's crazy.
If nobody gets judged,
it's crazy he doesn't rank any of these based on the actual map.
Shaolin Shuffle is above it. Shaolin Shuffle is a bad map. I played it with NoahJAFK recently. It's a bad map. Granted, a lot of the features of this map were really cool. They added a wolf sword. They added like karate and shit.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate because the Easter egg is terrible. And the map itself, the layout's not too bad. But man, the Easter egg is terrible, and that's like maybe the main thing about this map.
Terrible.
So again, the karate, it's cool. That fucking 2-pixel rat. But would I play Shaolin over Transit? Absolutely. It's a terrible map, but I actually would play Shaolin over Transit. All new is here. Honestly, I can't believe I'm playing this map.
Pause it again. So what was it, like 37 videos on Transit, which he apparently would much rather play Shaolin Shuffle. One gameplay video that I can see over Shaolin Shuffle. One. Literally one video. So what is it, Lex? Are you wrong or are you a liar? What's happening? Right?
Die Rise is awful. Die Rise is a filler map. It is a bad fucking map. Would I play Die Rise over Transit? Yes. Yes, I would. What I'm really excited about Die Rise with the stamina up on Cold War. Oh man,
dude, even his chat is turning on him.
It seriously could be like a B-tier map. The remaster could be insane.
Even his chat is turning on him.
Die Rise is the most filler zombies map ever made. You can take it out of the whole story of Victus, and the whole story might be the exact same. The only funny thing about Die Rise is MLG Die Rise intro that Pyrocynical edited for me back in 2015. Shout out to my boy Pyrocynical.
Dude,
GTs, like,
no shot.
Was off the fucking cocaine when he made this map. High rounds though can be fun, but once you do the Solidify round 100 strat, then that's kind of it. You're kind of done with the map. So it has a hard limit on how much replayability it has. So
no shot. Not Die Rise is better than.
Honestly, I can't believe I'm doing this, but I think I'm gonna put this map in the top of bad. Controversial pick. Alpha Omega. Top of bad. Alpha Omega is awful. It is a bad map.
You can make me.
It is.
He's gonna make me cry. He's gonna make me cry.
The storyline is.
I'm actually gonna cry.
But no, I don't even think Alpha Omega deserves lackluster. To me, it's like the top of bad. It's like the best of the bad maps. Rushmore is awful. It's just almost like a Sophia clone from GK. The map sucks. It's like, chat. What other map in Call of Duty Zombies can you get to round 100 with a fucking ballistic knife?
Transit.
There's no other map. There's literally no other map. This is the only map you can get to round 100 with a fucking ballistic knife. You don't even have to pack to punch it. Okay, let's go. Next lackluster map, Carrier. I said it. I think Carrier is better than all these maps. Granted, the Easter egg is actually quite fun on this map. I think that Carrier could be one of the best Exos maps. Could be. The map layout's fun. It added one of the first 2 spawn rooms. So honestly, like, I think it's right here. I think Carrier goes like right here.
I'm sorry.
Again, you can disagree. I think definitely one of the better Exos maps. 100%. Chat. I think I'm only gonna put one map in my lackluster tier. Rave.
Literally everything he just said was a compliment to Carrier in his criteria. Literally everything he just said was a compliment. Run the clip back if you don't believe me. Actually, everything he just said was a compliment. All he wants to do is disagree with me. I'll say it. Literally everything he just said was a Carrier positive. But guess what? Here we go. I mean, of course, we are listening to a guy who has an XRP YouTube video bookmarked.
Rave goes above here for me. Again, it's like the best of the worst maps. It had a great amount of like super cool Easter egg steps, really cool visuals. The map layout, again, not that great. The reason why this map is so lackluster is because of Spaceland's release. Spaceland, like, just exceeded everyone's expectations, and then we were like, bro, DLC 1 is gonna be so good. And then, like, DLC 1 came. Didn't Rave's Easter egg get solved in, like, 90 minutes? Or was it, like, 8 hours? It was something ridiculous. Oh, I think this one's a little controversial. Shang is the bottom of average for me.
2 hours.
I think Shang is, like, the bottom tier of what makes an average to good map. I think high rounds on this map are great. I think the Easter egg co-op is fun, but I think it is, like, right at the bottom. I think it is right at the bottom. Town is the bottom. Nah, man.
I mean, yeah,
I've
that's
had
okay.
more fun experiences
I'm okay with that.
Shang is just a really short-lived map. It's so small. It's so condensed. There's so much action that's happening all the time. Most of the games you play on co-op on Shang end in round 20 to 30, just because of the fact that, like, it's hard. Just too small. It's hard. It is a really beautiful map. In terms of visuals, triple S. One of the better Easter eggs. Map layout is okay. One of the better wonder weapons. But granted, I think really what hinders this map is replayability and, like, just the layout. The layout of this map is just not it, I think. The rare zombies are hard to deal with. Like, if you want to challenge, Shang is your map. Shang is totally your map. But for me, it's still a good map. But it's like,
I mean, I'm fine with that. Right? I'm fine. I have nothing to say. I'm fine with that placing.
It needed to be more bigger. Shang relies on Mars, chat, yes or no? Why the fuck do people think it's on Mars? Motherfuckers can't breathe on Mars. What are you talking about? Shang relies flat, guys. Okay, chat. Next map for average. People are gonna be upset at me. Knocked. Also, NoahJAFK. It's not Knocked or Toad. Knocked or Toad. You can't rank Knocked badly. You can't put Knocked below a C. It's physically impossible. If you put Knocked below a C, then everything has to be below Knocked.
No, like, it doesn't!
I don't get motherfuckers that put Knocked in, like, F. You can't put Knocked in F.
Why?
You literally can't. The reason this even gets a spot, again, it's fully iconicism. But again, Knocked has possibly some of the best high rounds in all of Call of Duty Zombies. Great high rounds on World at War. BO3 version has some fun high rounds. The BO1 version, you got Mule Kick and the Thunder Gun. Awesome map. Again, high rounds,
Dude, this is such... Oh my god, I literally was in a call with Lex, and he was talking about how people are getting the insanely high rounds on Nocturne and Totem, and he was literally telling me in my ear hole about how boring those high rounds are and how much time you have to have doing meaningless stuff in order to go for a Nocturne and Totem high round. And he's turning around and saying the high rounds are good? Oh, Lex, I'm exposing you. I'm exposing the DMs, man. You straight up said in my ear that you literally, like, had to be a loser to go to Nocturne and Totem high rounds. Is it impressive? Yeah, it is. I think that guy who made it to round whatever is impressive. I think it's boring. I would never do that in a million years. And you think so too. And that is such cap that you were saying it's fun high rounds, which is just adding on to the reasons of why it should not be in C average tier. Nocturne and Totem as a map, I mean, apparently since iconicism is a thing, sure. I mean, sure, it's iconic. Everybody knows Nocturne and Totem. Everybody. Doesn't even matter if you play zombies. But as a map itself, it's not a good map. It's not a fun map. Was it original? Yeah. But looking at everything they've released since then, to put Nocturne and Totem in average, you think that half the zombie maps are worse than that, and that's
fun on Nocturne and Totem high rounds than literally all these maps.
You're saying they've gone backwards for half of the zombies maps.
Another World at War map I'm gonna put actually above Nocturne and Totem, and before I actually changed this in my map ranking video, I had Shino Numa below Knocked, but chat. After my round 1,000 high rounds, Shino Numa is by far the best zombies map to attain high rounds. If you are a high round player, Shino Numa is the best zombies map. Shino Numa had some of the best glitches as well. It was so much fun back in the day. Map layout's fun. It's a different unique spin on World at War. Again, my previous list I put Knocked above it, but again, the high rounds changed this for me. Completely changed this for me. I wish this map had an Easter egg. I wish Chronicles added these maps with Easter eggs. And I guess that's why they're simply not higher, because these maps have Easter eggs. But Shino Numa, really good map. What do you guys think of this?
People are so blinded by nostalgia, man. For BO1 especially. I don't see it with any other maps like I see it for BO1 maps. BO1 maps get the nostalgia, like lay out the red carpet, like feed grapes. BO1 maps get so much nostalgia, and it's insane. World at War, same thing. Like, dude, I don't understand how like people just praise these maps. They're good. They're fun. Yeah, they're iconic, sure. But there's so many better maps. There's so many better maps.
I know it's World War II Zombies. I know it's World War II Zombies. I know people shit on World War II Zombies. I get it. But this is the best survival map on World War II Zombies.
Oh, hell no.
World War II Zombies, this was possibly the most hype I've ever been for a zombies mode. I'm being 100% dead serious. I'm being 100% dead serious. I remember doing that intro where you're crawling under the plane and you come out and you go into Grossen House. That was one of the best tutorials in zombies ever. And if you denounce that, that's okay. But it was actually really hype. I really liked it. Better than not? Yeah. For me, it was. Again, like I said, I think these maps are average. Like, these you could definitely interchange. But to me, the intro was really interesting. The map is way too small, but again, I think that's what gives it its exciting flavor. And it's quick, and it's fast, and it's engaging. So, chat, again, this one's definitely more of a controversial pick. Above Grossen House, though, Verrucht. I think Verrucht
I mean,
is
obviously.
the second best World at War Zombies map. I don't know why this map gets so much unnecessary hate. This map is the scariest zombies map in all of Call of Duty Zombies, still to this date. There's no zombies map scarier than Verrucht. I completely disagree with anyone that says that. High rounds on this map are so interesting as well. They're way more difficult than Shinonuma, and you're not going to get anywhere close to a high round on Shinonuma that you will on Verrucht. But man, this map is crazy. It is literally the definition of an asylum, which is crazy. And I don't think you can even really get this sort of craziness in any Call of Duty Zombies map. It takes a lot of skill. The WonderWAFK came in. Granted, the fucking Winter's Howl in BO1 was straight garbage, but the WonderWAFK and the BO3 version. Ooh, next map chat, and I think this is the top of average. Again, another controversial pick because this is not from a Call of Duty game. Outbreak, the original. Again, I totally forgot about this map in my last video with NoahJAFK. But I think the first, again, I don't know what it is with new games, like branch off Treyarch games that make zombies, but the first map is always the best. Outbreak had one of the best Easter eggs on Exos. It was a great starter map. It was really fun.
I mean, I'm agreeing, but I'm just confused.
And chat, it was the first Expo cutscene. Now, I mean, come on, chat. Now, I mean, come on. And yes, I think Outbreak is like the best of the average. I think Shangri-La's down here. Granted, you see a lot less replayability from non-Treyarch maps, but I still believe they deserve these spots. Now, honestly, I think it's kind of funny that I ranked it here, but
Dude, I just don't, like, I'm just so confused as to how you can say Groston House had a better intro cutscene and Carrier is D tier. Like, my mind is literal liquid right now.
The bottom
trying
of
to understand
Outbreak
this.
from Cold War. Outbreak from Cold War is a good mode, but it is unfortunately nothing more than that. It is a good mode, but it is nothing more than that, and that is the problem with Cold War. It has good modes, but there's nothing more. You know, you're doing Zoo dirty. No, Zoo is triple S. Okay, Zoo is above GK. We all know that.
Zoo.
But again, Outbreak has such great ideas. Like the Easter eggs are fun, interesting. The whole concept of the mode was interesting. But did Outbreak kill the momentum of Cold War? It unfortunately did, and that's the problem. It was a good mode, but we needed something better. We needed something better than Outbreak. It's a fun streaming mode. It was potentially, according to Treyarch, the most popular COD zombies game mode ever. So I don't know. I think chat. I do think, and I think Cold War has a very big problem with this. Treyarch, please stop patching shit. You're ruining shit. I think Outbreak was a lot better on launch than it was now because of all the patches they've done to the game. I know I always say that Outbreak would have been better with PvP. Chat, I really do think so. I think Outbreak would have been easily one of the best modes in all of zombies if it had PvP. I would always be hopping on it, playing it. It would be like Warzone, but with zombies, man. Town goes above Outbreak, but below Dead of the Night. It is slightly better than Outbreak. I know some people might be saying I rank Town too high. Town is the best survival map. Period.
Yeah.
I think Town is still to this day the best survival map, the most iconic.
Finally, a good opinion. It took us this far into the video.
Grief is fun on Town. I know some people might say Town is better than Dead of the Night. This map just had way more love put into it, though. That's the thing. I think for a co-op experience, yes.
And it was put into all the right. Literally, all the love put in the map was convoluted steps and spawn points. They put a lot of love into that. You got that right for sure.
I feel like NoahJAFK 456, but what do you guys think of this pick? Descent above Town. Descent above Town.
I mean, you guys know where I put Descent. You guys know where I put it. It was my top of the great tier. I love Descent. I think it's incredibly fun and incredibly underrated. And all Lex is doing here, he's just saying, I can't fully agree with NoahJAFK, but he was kind of right, though.
I think Descent is a good map. I have to say, I think Descent is the best Exos map. I do think so.
Oh, look at his chat. Look at his chat. Turning on him. I'm sure he crapped all over it in his video, responding to mine. His chat's all saying, no, LLL. You know who put those ideas in their head, Lex? You did.
Over Town, yes. I think Town is a little bit bad on solo. Descent has a good Easter egg. It's a good map. Only problem is its Exos, right? I think the map is good, but chat, it's not A tier good. It's B. It is, like, I agree with Noah. You definitely need to play it. It's not fucking top 5. It's a decent map. Outbreak is better. I don't know, man. Above Descent. Chat, now here, let's get into another even worse pick. Even more controversial. But chat, Shadow Throne. Behind Dead of the Night. World War II Zombies map. One of the better World War II Zombies maps. It is a good map. I have to say, it is a good map. It has a really great layout. It has a not too bad Easter egg. The problem is World War II Zombies and very irreplayable. But it is still a good map. So, again, I know my B tier might be slightly controversial, but it's still a really good map. I think these two maps for sure are very underrated. Even Outbreak, like, again, they're very underrated just because the whole system, they came out in the late...
Just stop. Just stop.
So I think they deserve the spot. I know for people that played these zombies maps, they know that they're good. But now let's get into some better choices, boys. Moon, I think, is the worst BO1 map, but it's still a good map.
Yeah.
I think Moon is a good map. I think it is quite possibly.
Wait. No. Not yeah. I'm not agreeing with him. Did he just say Moon was the worst BO1 map? Dog, this guy is off the henny. Straight up. He's off the henny, off the blunt. I don't know what he is smoking to pick out some of these picks that he is doing. Moon, the worst BO1. Did I just hear those words right? Oh my god.
Again, it's the worst. Again, it's a good experience. I think it's the worst BO1 map. Wait, did I put a BO1?
L-list in the chat. Yeah, I agree.
Good, though. Again, I think BO1 Moon suffers from a lot of graphic fidelity. The high rounds on this map was really fun. The Spaceman was really good, but I think Moon has a lot of problems. The excavators suck on Moon. I don't like the excavators. The Easter egg is fun. A lot of RNG though. I think that's what kind of puts me down. It's time. Zetsubo no Shima. I think it's below Revelations, but above Dead of the Night. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about that? It's a good map.
I mean, I'm happy that he's putting more things in front of the Dead of the Night. Dude, Lex was roasting me. Right now, Dead of the Night is in his top 10. Dead of the Night and Zetsubo Noshima are in his top 10. That is how bad this list is so far.
I would play Zetsubo over all these maps. That's the thing. That's always something I'm trying to say. You can always ask me, would I play Descent over Town? Yes, I would. Would I play Shadow Throne over Descent? Absolutely. Would I play Moon? Absolutely. Would I play Dead of the Night? Absolutely. Zetsubo? Absolutely. To me, that's where it makes sense. Zetsubo is a phenomenal map. This map has grown on me throughout the years. I think its launch, people gave it a lot of shit, including myself. But seriously, a good map. Great Easter egg. Phenomenal boss. The boss was okay, actually. Probably, yeah, the phenomenal boss was really the spider. The Takio boss was not that great.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Zetsubo is a good map. I love Zetsubo because it is so different from everything. It is so different from everything. That's why I think it's a good map. What do you...
Man literally wants to become a farmer and water his plants.
What do you guys think about this? This is a crazy one. Classified better than Zetsubo. I'm saying it. I'm saying it. Classified better than Zetsubo. Classified better than Zetsubo. I think it's an underrated pick. I actually really like Classified.
Alex, that
I think
is
another bias
such
you
an
can say is
L.
I love 5. Chat, I'm gonna say this right now.
Huge, dude. I literally like everyone was roasting me for his tier list. I have been watching his chat to see their reactions. Dude, he's getting more hate on this list than I am with some of these picks. Literally getting more roasted than I am.
You could say that 5 and Garage and Call of the Dead are biased maps for me, but I literally love 5. I know so many people in this community hate on 5, and that's why I was so excited to see Classified in BO4. 5 is, I think people dog on 5 too much. 5 is a great map. 5 and Classified are great. Do I like 5 over Classified? Yes. The reason I don't like Classified, again, BO4 system, the shield, but still, it's a fun map, dude. It is a fun map. Chat, I had a lot of fun streaming the beginning of BO4, majorly on Classified and 9, right? These were the 2 of the maps that I had some really insane fun. And then 5 for me is just iconic. Another controversial pick. Let's get through to another controversial pick. Final Reich is a good map. It is the best World War II Zombies map.
I mean, yeah, I agree.
It's better than all of these maps below it. I think Final Reich, even though as much as I dogged on it, there was so much interest into World War II with Final Reich.
Final Reich's definitely a good map.
Over Rev, yes, because it innovated more on its Easter egg than Rev did, right? And the map was actually cool. The trailer was fun. The idea of the map was fun. I think it was a great starting map. Final Reich is a good map. It is a good map. Again, you can definitely sort this in a different order, and again, it all depends on how you like to play zombies, but Final Reich is a good map still. Another biased pick by me. I fucking love Tog. It's the top of good. I love Tog Toten. I know so many people hate on me for loving Tog. I know some people think I'm vile. I love Tog. It is like Call of the Dead, but like a different layout. It's phenomenal. I know it's a bad end to Ether. The Easter egg is fun. The boss fight sucks. I know there's definitely lackluster parts about Tog, but it is still a good map.
Dude, this guy has got some sort of weird love for Call of the Dead. For real. Call of the Dead as your second favorite map, and you're going to put Tog Toten in good. I'd be fine if you put Tog Toten or Call of the Dead in good, one of them, and then the other one was lower. But you have got some sort of weird love of... listen, this man is literally a Canadian, and he loves his snow. Because this is the only reason you could put these maps so high up like that.
I know there's piss jars. I know the Easter eggs whack. Again, I love Call of the Dead. You can easily say that my Call of the Dead choices, my 5 choices, and GK are biased. I will totally agree with you on that. But Tog is easily one of...
How? How are they biased?
It's a fun map. The Thunder Gun Zipline glitch, chat, come on. The Thunder Gun Zipline, that easily makes it one of the best maps. This is actually where I'm going to start ranking a bunch of my
talking about glitches.
Because I actually think Cold War Zombies is still in the good range. I don't think a lot of Cold War Zombies maps hit the great range. I don't even think any of them did, to be honest. But I think a lot of Cold War Zombies maps are at the top of good. So, chat, my next Cold War Zombies map pick is Firebase Z. It goes above Tog. Firebase Z is a good map on Cold War system. I think the problem with Firebase Z is that the Easter egg is kind of whack. The map layout is actually really good. And I think the Reiki, if it was not nerfed, it would still be up here, right?
Can we just... I mean... Since we got a lot of BO1 lovers, Moon down here, Firebase Z up here.
I think Firebase is...
And I have the bad tier list.
But man, I like, chat, again, you say like, oh, you put it above Moon? Yes, because I would rather play Firebase than Moon, right? And that's the thing that I always have to say. I would rather play this map over this map, this map over this map, this map over this map, right? I think Firebase Z has way more gameplay mechanics going for it than Moon, in terms of like Moon can be very restrictive at times, but I think Firebase Z, it's a good map. Like, so you gotta include this in your video. What the fuck is this? Tog is a good map, dude. Another good map. I think it's above Firebase
Again, literally talking about glitches, but
D-Machine.
D-Machine over Firebase Z?
D-Machine was a great launch for Cold War. I have never seen the community as hyped for D's Nuts Machine as I have for any of these other maps. And solely because of that, it deserves to be a good map. It deserves to be a good map. It has a great layout, possibly one of the best starting rooms in all of Zombies. The die sucks, unfortunately. The die suck. But the ray gun being the best wonder weapon was such a nice breath of fresh air.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But the map itself...
I don't even give a shit what you guys' opinions are about the map right now. The Easter egg hunt was fun, but dude, D-Machine did something that no Zombies map has done for a long time. And that is why, to me, it's better than Firebase Z, it's better than all these maps below it, and it deserves a spot. The best Cold War Zombies map, 100%, is Malware Toten. Top of good. And that is my finalized good tier list. Malware Toten is the top of good. I don't think it's a great map. I think it's the top of good.
Man,
but
he's really ranking these high.
If Mauer's tone resonated for me a little bit more at the story, a little bit more, it would be the bottom of A. But I think it's the top of V. I think it's the top of V. Only one map.
That's so weird to me that he's putting Cold War so high.
One of the greatest.
All the top of good.
Which is why I love it. I love Mauer. Great ass map. I would play 5 over Mauer though. Co-op game of 5. Shit's unbeatable, man. Into the great tier list. And again, I think we might get into some controversy here, but I think the bottom of great, and it's still just a phenomenal map, is Buried. Buried is a phenomenal map. I think if you put Buried below an A, you're crazy. I don't think like, Buried at the bottom of A is like the lowest you can give it, and that's what I'm saying. And I think it's simply because of the fact that, man, the map layout is phenomenal, the Easter egg is phenomenal, the sharpshooter is phenomenal. Everything about this map is fun. I think the only problem with this map, honestly, is high rounds. I think when they nerfed the Paralyzer, they fucked high rounds on Buried because they just made you use the shitty dubstep machine and all that. Buried Grief is fun. Yeah, Buried is a great map. 100%. I don't think
Buried's fire. Buried is actually fire. I have to say this, and let me know if you agree or disagree. Darius. To me, it is not the best Darius experience. I think Darius is easily one of the greatest co-op experiences you can have in all of Call of Duty Zombies. 100%. Chat, boys, do you guys remember the video we did with Pat on Darius? This plays Darius, and it was Milo, me, and Matt. Dude, this video. This was some of the most fun I've had on Darius ever. And it's simply because the map layout is so fucking good that it just makes the map phenomenal. So yes, Darius is incredible. Absolutely. Again, another map that I say, if you put this shit below A, you're a fucking criminal. I am on Darius. It's an A tier map. Great fucking map. Great fucking map. Not a lot of experiences will beat Darius, especially in terms of its iconicism. And I think that's why I put it over Buried. Yes, you could argue Buried is a better map, but I think Darius is way more iconic and has added way more memories. Again, with the icon, dude, I feel like the iconicism is just like literally substitute iconicism for nostalgia and biases is what he's trying to say here. Straight up. Straight up.
Friends of BO2, so maybe Buried would be better.
5 above Darius too.
But I'm gonna put it above Darius. Again, I'm a BO1 lover. I love Ascension. Ascension to me was like the Darius of BO1. It was like you have the same aspects for the pack punch, but then you have the top that you don't have the shitty Wonder Waff. You have way more time in the area. You have so much more room to learn. Also, the first Easter egg, really. I don't consider it like yes, it was the first little mini Easter egg quest. But let's say on the Giant you get the Annihilator, right? That's cool. But the first Easter egg ever, granted, it's not the great Easter egg, so I wouldn't put it even above 5. It's, you know, Ascension's a great map. Great map. Again, I don't think you can put Ascension below A. A or B.
Just tossing it in. Just tossing in random criteria. First Easter egg, that's some points. But 5 that doesn't even have an Easter egg, that's above it though.
But it's phenomenal map. Phenomenal map. Phenomenal map. Ascension also on, boys, the Chronicles version of Ascension, one of the most beautiful maps. Above Ascension, again, I think a lot of these are interchangeable with A. Again, the A tier is very interchangeable. The B tier also you could say is very interchangeable. But again, like I said, remember, Dead of the Night is a good map. It might not be better than Moon for you, but I still think it's a good map. Kino is above Ascension for me. Kino is arguably the most iconic Zombies map of all time.
These are all so hard, man.
Was essentially where you had that massive
I will say Kino and Darius are very hard to rank.
Solely because of that, Kino is A.
But Kino above Darius, L.
You can't, like, Kino is
Kino below 5, L.
It can't be overrated. Like, essentially, Kino started the zombie craze. It has to be an A. I think you could argue, yes, as a map, it's overrated. But again, its iconicism is what keeps it an A, to me. I would play 5
again, there's that.
100%.
This is not an objective tier list. This is just, this is objectively wrong is what it is.
Do you agree that these maps should be in B tier, and do you agree that these maps should be in A tier? You forgot the Giant? Again, interchangeable. This is how I feel about it right now, but chat, again, I put the most time on the Giant, so to me it's the top of great. I put way more time into Darius because this map was more fun for me on solo.
Still can't. Hey. Still can't hit round 100 though.
And the rest is fucking extinction. So chat, this is my tier. What do you guys think? Rate out of 10. I hope that you can agree with it for the most part. I think, again, you might not agree with the order, but I hope that you agree with the tiering of what I gave it. Because I think this is quite a good list.
Wait, what? He didn't even do everything.
What do you guys think? Rate out of 10. I hope that you can agree with it for the most part. I think, again, you might not agree with the order. This is my tier list on the Giant.
Did he just... Huh? He just didn't do Extinction? Has he not played Extinction? It's real easy to say, oh my gosh, you put that as your 30th map when you have 5 additional maps to rank. Bro, what? What? Wait! Oh, I feel robbed. I feel robbed. Hey, listen, closing thoughts here. Let me gather my thoughts here. So here are the 2 tier lists side by side. My own tier list is on the right. Lex's is on the left. And I mean, at the end of the day, the S tier maps are pretty much the same, right? The S tier maps, it's the golden 4 of Zombies. He, for whatever reason, is just able to put my favorites and to just put Grod Crovey at the very, very best. Again, literally not saying that, you know, it's right or correct. He's just saying biasly, you know, it's at the top. It's obvious that he dislikes Exos a whole lot. But aside from that, I think the biggest abominations of this list are how incredibly high 5 is. 5 does not deserve to be anywhere near this high at all in the slightest ever. I think him putting Kino over some of the maps that he put Kino over is just sad. It's straight up just sad. Like, it really, really is. To put Kino over the likes of, you know, he put it over all the Cold War Zombies maps, over Revelation, everything like that. I put Moon much, much higher than he did in his, seriously, I don't know how Moon makes it to the bottom of B tier rather than the top of B tier. For real, I think it's kind of sad to see where he is ranked, all of these different maps, and you know, comparison especially to where I think some of these maps belong. I think a lot of us can agree on the worst maps being kind of the World War II maps and the you know, Infinite Warfare zombie maps, and pretty much everything from there is kind of just personal preference. But for real, Shangri-La, I mean, all of these maps, I think the biggest thing that people got mad at me for is creating like an even list of, you know, I put some more stuff into Lackluster. Look at Lex's last Lackluster 2. He literally, this is what Lex did. He just put all of the maps into C or above, average or above, so you can't get mad at him. He put stuff into painful and he put stuff into bad. I put so many more maps than he did into those categories. So of course I'm going to step on a few more toes, make people a little bit more sad about different things that I put into my list. So honestly, overall rating for Lex's tier list is it kind of pissed me off, kid. I'm not a fan. And you know what? To be honest with you, I don't know if I can speak to you anymore after learning your true opinions on zombies maps. Anyway, make sure y'all subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.